Welcome into Training Camp Insider, presented by Gregory Industries. Nathan Zegura alongside Browns legend Bernie Kosar, and the Browns back in the pads today. The weather more temperate. What did you see out there today, Bernie? What were your big takeaways?
So I think the ramifications of going live the other day and the complete dominance that we had of the defense through the initial stages of training camp, we still have a strong, dominant defense, but you started seeing the line and more consistency and a bigger push for sure and some more running plays within the offense today.
Yeah, some highlights in the running game. Dylan Sampson in the backed-up period had a big hole and took off for what would have been a big chunk run. And then down in the red zone, some tough running. Amani Marshall, Pierre Strong as well, looking like they were able to get into the end zone. Again, no live tackling today. They were just thudding up, so we did not see another live tackling period. But big news today on the injury front, biggest of all, Kenny Pickett back at practice today, Bernie, but in a limited fashion. He did not participate in any of the team portion, but we got to see him in some of the one-on-ones, and you could tell he was throwing the ball well and seemed to be moving well.
Yeah, we had the marquee seat for Kenny throwing the one-on-one today, and right in front of him, and throwing one-on-ones and watching his drop back, his timing, having his feet under him, his stride, his velocity, it all looked really good. And then I like to point to where in the one-on-ones it looked like he was strong enough healthy to back at full strength, but then to not do team, I really think that was smart today. Don't risk tweaking it again so that he's ready to go, and it looks like he will be ready to go by Carolina next week.
Absolutely. So they'll have practice tomorrow. We'll see if he ramps it up tomorrow. Then they won't have practice Sunday, and then that Monday practice before you get on the plane Tuesday to Carolina, we'll see where Pickett is there. DeJuan Jones was back at practice when he left in that cart. That was heat-related, so it's great to see your Browns starting left tackle back there. I thought Joe Flacco had a great day today, especially in the red zone period. He had back-to-back touchdowns to Harold Fann and then a beautiful ball to Blake Whiteheart. And then in the final team period, he found Jamari Thrash in a throw that only so many quarterbacks make look that easy, and Joe Flacco is among them.
Yeah, again, this is going to be just the daily show of compliments towards Joe Flacco. You hit on a few of them, and on top of just his effortlessness and beautifulness at how he throws just one-on-one drills and plays, for him to kind of finish practice on the positive side with those 7-on-7 throws shows you that's an arm talent that we want to use.
And it's clear in terms of the young quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, that they want to get him ready to play. He is getting a lot of reps with the first team, and it's clear that they like what he is doing in the meeting room, in the classroom, and then getting opportunities now on the field.
Yeah, absolutely essential, too. And in almost getting preparation towards that first actual live game. With 3 games now, with Joe being 18th year, trending towards 40, going to be 41 years old. He doesn't need all the games. He doesn't probably need all the reps. So to have Dylan Gabriel have a chance of success in those games, he should be getting some of these reps now. In anticipation, he'll be getting probably a fair amount in first preseason game.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of the reps. Again, Kenny Pickett wasn't in team drills, so we were wondering, would we see an uptick in reps for Shedeur Sanders? And the answer was no, we would not. Got some work with the second team, mostly with the third team here today. He had some nice throws, especially in rhythm. When he gets that ball out quickly, he is very accurate, made some nice throws. But people who are wondering, would he get first-team reps? That did not happen today. And you got to imagine when Kenny Pickett comes back, it's going to be even harder to come by for the Browns' 5th-round pick.
So I absolutely love how he's throwing and handling himself. Being able to talk to him and see the way he handles himself, it's really been spectacular in that. Also, partially maybe why he didn't get as many reps today. It was a little bit more of a condensed practice than the other ones. So, being out here for an hour and 20 minutes as opposed to an hour and 45, didn't get as many team reps.
Yeah, well, Shedeur Sanders handled that when he was asked about not getting first-team reps back at the media scrum very, very well. He's just going to try to make the most of every opportunity he gets. And Bernie, he had the opportunity to sit down with you earlier today. Let's check that out.
Fantastic day out here at Browns training camp. Bernie Kosar here, honored to be with Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur, I got to tell you, I had mentioned this to Dylan Gabriel the other day, that I'm reflective here that 40 years ago, I was the rookie quarterback sitting in this chair here doing training camp here, and trying to act cool and trying to learn the system and acclimate myself to the pro game? What's going through your head as you sit here?
It's definitely take every day for what it is and find ways to get better throughout everything. That's pretty much my main focus right now.
Before you even were drafted by the Cleveland Browns, what was so clear to me watching you through your evolution as a college player is your calmness with your feet and your hips in the pocket. And when you have guys this close, like I am to you, and you're going to get run over and stuff, your ability to keep your eyes downfield, to keep it down, and to stay calm with your feet and hips and execute that throw, not just to the camera, but executing those throws downfield. The accuracy and kind of calmness that you're able to have in that intermediate to downfield is super impressive. What do you attribute that type of success to?
I just like pressure. I like situations like that. That stuff doesn't really faze me. That's normal to me, So life, of course, is going to bring you different problems, and you're going to be faced with different things. So there's always going to be pressure on you. So I just get comfortable in those situations.
When you see blitz coverage, I ask all young quarterbacks and old quarterbacks this: what's your favorite thing when you see blitz?
I get the ball in my hands. Yeah, that's kind of, you just got to know everything that y'all good at as a team and that y'all not good at. So my main thing throughout my college career is trying to find better ways to get the ball in my hands quickly, speed up my process with decision making and everything. So that's kind of what it boils down to.
What's your favorite route to throw?
Whatever.
Yeah?
Yeah, whatever.
To the open guy, huh?
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite. I don't have a favorite.
What do you think about, coming in? You've always kind of been the guy. You look like in the first couple weeks, being rookies and stuff, four guys competing for the spot. How do you handle not getting all the reps you're accustomed to?
I'll definitely say you just got to find the good in things. So, every day is a consistent journey. It's a consistent battle. But I feel like I'm handling everything the way I'm supposed to.
I see you being one of the first guys out to practice. You're for sure one of the last guys to leave. Not that I'm stalking you, but it's impressive to watch some of the individual drills that you do to get yourself prepared. So it's quite clear the work ethic's beyond impressive in terms of the internal preparation for it. But then the ability to be aware of the surroundings and just your influence so far in the community, out here at camp, and then watching you sign autographs afterwards. Really hats off to you in terms of, your commitment to your craft, to your team, and then to the community. What do you attribute to being able to do that?
Just being a normal human. I don't think anything is hard when it comes to that. You feel like it's just something I internally just feel like doing. So at this point in life, I don't think I would fake anything. Because there's no need, there's no reason to. So,
well, it's beautiful.
Everything is just genuinely how I am.
I say this not because I went to the University of Miami. I say you matter because of developing self-confidence and self-esteem, which you obviously have. But you do an amazing job of making young people and people believe that they matter by giving self-confidence and self-esteem. And I see you doing that within the locker room and with your teammates. So for a young rookie, keep it up. You matter.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Obviously an impressive young man and somebody that you want to root for. I think he's handling this all very well because whether he likes it or not, he is kind of a media lightning rod for this team. National media, all they talk about is Shedeur Sanders, but here we realize he is the fifth-round pick. He is currently the fourth-string quarterback, and he's played well, and those opportunities hopefully will come for him, but you had to like his demeanor and understanding, look, I can only control what I can control to make the most of my opportunities.
So well said, Nathan. I love his demeanor, and you heard me being repetitive from what we just talked about. He's the first guy out here for practice, and it's not. And he's out here doing drills an hour before practice, and here we are 50 minutes after practice, still right here, and Shedeur Sanders is still out here signing autographs. So hats off to him to be able to handle being a rookie, handle the complexity of an NFL playbook and then handle the complexity of being so in demand right now. It's very impressive to watch him handle it.
Yeah, I was looking over my shoulder because usually he's out here throwing for another 30 minutes after practice. Then he stays out, to your point, signs autographs and makes memories for a lot of fans who are here in large part to see Shedeur Sanders. Now, you want to get a little insight into his mind. You saw some of that in the interview with Bernie, but we had him mic'd up for practice. Check that out.
You know it's powerful. Set. Hey, 3-1. Gonna do a ritual. Ritual.
Way to throw it.
Terrible set.
Good job.
45-yard line.
We live. Let's set the tone.
Yep. Hey, hold on.
Let's set the tone in this wrist. Let's get in the end zone. Here we go. What's it?
Here we go.
What's that? What's that?
Good job. Good sequence.
You don't find out about yourself. You don't find out about a football team when things are easy. You don't, all right? It's when hard, when you're going through something. Every single day I'm finding out about what this team is willing to do, what you're willing to push through. Push through it. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Great film to watch. Much, you're a fearless leader. Let's go, baby. QB's on 3. 1, 2, 3. QB's.
Last one.
Well, there's only one word for that mic'd up segment, and it is what, Andrew Siciliano?
Legendary.
Legendary. That's the play-by-play voice of your Browns joining me and Bernie now. And in the pads, day 8 of training camp, what were your big takeaways here today?
Okay, without getting an official announcement, it was good to see Greg Newsome back on the field after getting shaken up. We all held our breath there. That deep ball, Flacco, Jerry Jeudy, hit the ground. Looked like he landed on his left shoulder.
Had exceptional coverage.
Yes, exceptional coverage. Was later back on the field. Wasn't a part of that red zone drill near the end of practice, but was back on the field. So breathe easy on that one. You mentioned Dylan Gabriel being maybe a hair late on a couple of throws. On one of those in the red zone, both can be true. He might have been late, and Carson Schlesinger also made a good play, the one intended to Fandon. So
all the rookies.
You can look there at the quarterback, but I also want to praise the linebacker.
Yep.
Carson Schlesinger is all over the field. He has the respect, obviously, of the coaches and the personnel people that drafted him. But his defensive teammates love him. Yeah. And you can see that and hear that and feel that almost every snap when he is out there. He's flying around.
It helped with that pop the other day.
It helped with that pop the other day on Dylan Sampson. Again, rookie on rookie crime there. Both can be true. Sampson could have gotten his pads down, yet at the same time, Schlesinger hit him and was kind of like, that was the welcome to, I think, practice moment for this entire
for the team.
Camp.
Yeah,
really?
Absolutely.
He's seen it. He's not thinking, right?
Yep.
Like
playing fast.
He's playing fast. And to see that already, now I want to see it in the game a week from tonight, but it's good to see it out here. And that's really what stand out to me almost every single practice.
Yeah, Bernie, you've talked a lot about having that rookie Mike linebacker the end of your time in Miami with Zach Thomas and how when they get it, it can really help you go.
Yeah, and there's a direct correlation to the success of a young rookie middle linebacker to the success and strength of your defensive tackles up front. So as goes Mason Graham and the way he's been dominant and penetrating, I believe that'll accelerate the success for Carson as he tries to be the Mike linebacker.
Yeah, and you talked about the rookies, and this is a team that's going to need contributions from these rookies. And I thought today Mason Graham had a sack, most likely, a pressure that led to a sack. Dylan Sampson had a big run in that backed-up period. You talk about Fannin had a touchdown on a pass from Joe Flacco. Carson got the PBU down here at the goal line. These guys are all making plays, and, of course, then there are the two quarterbacks. And it's pretty clear Dylan Gabriel, what he's doing off the field as well as what he's doing on the field, has the attention of this coaching staff. He's getting a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, look, he's also the third-round pick. The other one's a fifth-round pick. They both have made plenty of plays out here.
Yep.
But just look at the snap counts, especially today with Kenny Pickett not a part of team drills. Dylan Gabriel had far more snaps, some good, some bad, but he is getting the work with the second team and a little bit with the first team as well, and that speaks a lot. I think they will both, and you and I were talking about this on CBD, Bernie, as well. I think they are both rookie quarterbacks, going to have some wow moments a week from tonight in Carolina. I think they both
They're gamers.
are gamers,
Yep.
And then that makes the conversation 10 days from now that much more interesting when they are back here at the Cross Country Mortgage Campus to see how that week of practice before Philadelphia goes.
I would concur with the gamers part, and I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I think it'll kind of the way the practice reps materialize. And today it's just way too early, one short in practice, but seeing that possibly Dylan Gabriel may get significantly more playing time in the Carolina game, and then that may be his one opportunity to really show, as opposed to maybe both guys getting multiple enough snaps within a given game to get in the flow.
Absolutely. I'm under siege from gnats right now. I've been eaten alive on my legs right here. So if you see me dancing, that's why it's happening right now. So we talked about the news of the day at the top is that, number one, Kenny Pickett was back at practice, didn't participate in team drills. But number two, Andrew, and to your point about the Carolina game, we've heard from Dave Canales, head coach of Carolina, that Bryce Young and the starters will play. Kevin Stefanski saying, I've got a plan, haven't communicated it to the team, but that my plan will in no way be influenced by what Carolina does in that game.
Yeah, he doesn't have to match them.
No.
I think you're going to get, the ones are going to get plenty of work during the week. In that one joint practice, obviously, not two, only one in Carolina. One-on-ones or ones-on-ones, hopefully, or ones-on-twos, either way. I'm here for all of it. You know, I've seen Myles Garrett against Juwan Jones plenty. I want to see Myles Garrett against Ike Ekwonu, right? I'm here for that. That, to me, is the fun in joint practice. I'd rather see the young kids. I know some of you might want to see the starters in Carolina. I am here to see the guys they drafted and the guys battling for spots. That's what I want to see in Carolina.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So the Browns will have practice again tomorrow right here at the Cross Country Mortgage Campus in Berea, 9:30 a.m. They will be off on Sunday. They'll be back for practice on Monday, and we'll be back with the Training Camp Insider that day, and I'll be joined by the Hoff, Joe Thomas. Oh, baby. All right. And then Tuesday, we'll board the plane and head to Charlotte for those joint practices, and then the first preseason game, which is a week away from today, in Charlotte against the Carolina Panthers. For Andrew Siciliano and the great Bernie Kosar, Nathan Zegura saying thanks for watching another edition of Training Camp Insider presented by Gregory Industries. We'll be back with more on Monday. Go Browns!